Oh, no, it's the creature's hand. But the dude that got, some random dude that was taken, cut it off while the creature was flying up, and the prom guy found it. That's where he comes into the story.
Okay.
He goes home, buries it, creature comes, kills him, but didn't have enough time to find the hand before he had to go back. So now he's back for this 23 years later, and this prom guy's ghost is warning his grandma that he buried this hand out here and the creature's gonna come back for it.
Some rough stuff.
This is all going on while we're finding out about the truck. You know, we're being introduced to we've already been introduced to like 6 different new characters already, and they all have nicknames.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you a single name of a person in this film. Actor's name or their character name.
They all did they all did forgettably terrible jobs. I don't know how to say it.
The whole movie is forgettable. This is not a movie I would recommend. Like, even for fans of Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Like, I would not recommend they watch this movie because it does nothing. It just, if anything, it makes the other ones seem worse.
Which I don't know if I've already said it or not, but this film takes place between 1 and 2.
Oh, we've discussed the timeline, but
amongst us, but I don't know if I said it on here.
Yeah, I don't know. The timeline of this movie is entirely of the whole franchise. Like the way they did this third one. Like, I was confused when you were telling me about, like, because I thought the second one was 23 years later. I didn't realize it was, like, just the last day or whatever, yeah. So, and then this one takes place between those, so this is just a continuation of the first film, but a terrible continuation.
We didn't need it. We moved on from that point.
Yeah.
What us as fans wanted to see was 23 years later from the end of the second one, and what they told us the story we were going to get was going to be the sister and that of Derry and the father of the little boy and the hero of the second one.
Yeah,
those two tracking down and trying to kill the creature. That's the film that many of us expected to get.
Yeah, that would be that could be a really badass action horror film.
Mm-hmm. But it's a great premise, and both actors were on to do it. I don't know what the fuck happened with it, but it was scrapped, and we got this John. So, yeah.
I mean, until we started talking about doing this, I had no intention of ever watching this film.
Yeah, it's so bad. So, the grandma's warned about the hands. There's the granddaughter there. I guess she's one of the main characters of the movie. I mean,
she's the one that gets trapped in the monster truck.
Yeah, she gets taken later on in the film.
Trap truck.
Yeah. So she sees Grandma being all crazy and talking to nothing. She ends up going to town. Then you meet the boyfriend, I guess. I don't know what you would call him.
He actually looked familiar.
He was a bad actor, and he had a lot of freckles.
So many.
It bothered me. But, so all that goes down. Not much really happens. You just find out that the grandma's crazy and that they're poor.
Yeah, pretty much.
That
the farm boy is crazy about this girl, and
that's true. Yeah. He's got a major crush on her.
She thinks he has a cute butt.
I don't remember that.
I remember that because, that's what she says about... The first thing she says about him.
Interesting.
Yeah. With her little farm girlfriend.
Which, you meet her friend, which really...
I feel
not necessary, but...
Does she ever come back into the film at all?
No.
I didn't think so.
I think maybe at the end... Maybe at one point, but really it was just an introduction of her brother who comes into contact with the truck.
Okay. Yeah, right, on the dirt bikes.
Yeah.
He's her badass brother who
traps the rabbit.
Yeah, he breaks the rules and he don't give no shits about fucking forest creatures.
Yeah. But anyways,
There's always got to be that badass kid, you know, that they
he
throw
becomes
into the mix.
his persona or whatever attitude changes quickly.
Like when he gets shot through the leg with a harpoon,
Yeah.
or
So they go back to the grandma's house. She's told to go to the friend's house. That's why the introduction comes in, because the grandma wants her to stay there.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's planning on unburying that hand, but she thinks the creature's coming. It's the ghost cave.
Right. Which I mean, the ghost or the creature is coming. So.
I still don't understand why it's so important, though.
What, his hand?
Yeah. Because he already grew it
Yeah,
back.
did they ever...
Well, they claim that it gives them information. Like, because, you know, one touched and whatever.
Right.
But they never use that information. For anything.
It's so hard to remember the outline of this film. You know, like, what happened when. It's just so... It was such a jumble fuck of back and forth, like, shit I didn't understand. And my mind going back to it, wondering, like, why did that happen? Are they gonna ever explain it, you know? I still don't understand any of the significance of the hand. Like, why it did the things it did, why it gave them information, any of that.
But, so she goes to a friend's house. That's where the brother's introduced. He takes off with his buddies, their bikes, and, they're, like, supposed to be the rebel group, I guess.
Right.
They come across the truck. What happens, though? Like, do they try to open it or something?
They, like, go near it, and I think they were gonna, like, try and take pictures, because they started to, like, talk about the lore of the, you know, this old serial
that's right.
killer.
It wasn't real. Someone just left it there. That's what they
said.
And then the spear?
Yeah, like, I feel like some other stuff happened, because they were running away.
Yeah, something.
And then, I think maybe the trap, like, it tried to eat them, like, the teeth thing on the back came down. Or wait, no, didn't one of them get, like, caught and they had to get him off of it?
I don't think so, because that's when they were driving away is when the spear shot out and grabbed the brother and pulled him back to the truck, and then they all went back. Which, I gotta say this one thing that caught my eye while watching it. So, when I'm pretty sure you're right about the teeth with the door came down, that's what took them running. So when they go running, right, they probably run 20 feet.
Ish.
Right, to get, and then jump on their dirt bikes and take off their dirt bikes. That spear shoots out, and they make it seem like that spear shot out far, right? Cut to him laying there, he's like 10 feet from the truck.
Yeah.
He's like right next to it.
Yeah, and then like, it started to retract, like, pull him in, right? And then, and...
They couldn't pull
Doesn't
it
the
out.
creature come then?
Yeah, because then they see the flap or the shadow.
Yeah, and he, like, lands on the truck or the top.
And it's such a shitty shot of him. Like, it's so... He looks terrible.
And that's been my biggest... That was my biggest problem with the entire franchise. Like I said, I loved the first 40 minutes of the first film. I thought it was just brilliant. The storyline and everything. And, like, that whole... Sistine Chapel, like, I was like, holy shit, like, I was imagining this creepy backwoods hillbilly, you know, starving artist type of, like, deal, like, just a creepy ass regular guy.
But I'm talking about just the difference from, if you look at his costume, the makeup, the, like, effects, everything, like, it's you know, that sci-fi look, that sci-fi channel look.
Mm-hmm.
For, you know, their B movies.
Was it a sci-fi original or something?
No, from what I understand, it had a limited release in the theater, and it did super bad. And then, like, Sci-Fi pretty much bought it to premiere.
Okay, I wonder, because, like, this might need to be cut, but I watched it, a bootleg or whatever, and it said sci-fi in the corner. So I wondered if it would, because I felt like it said a sci-fi original or something like that.
It was it was when it came out. I don't remember the year, but it was a limited theater release, like one of the last weekends of September, and a month later, Sci-Fi premiered it on their channel.
I'm wondering if it's one of those things where it did so horrible in the box office and stuff, and Sci-Fi was like, all right, well, we'll buy it for this price because we could probably make it at this price if we run it at like 2 a.m. for the next like 10 years.
Oh, and they show it once a month.
Oh, at least it's Sci-Fi, so I'd imagine.
But yeah, so that all goes down. They take off running. He throws a spear, kicks open the doors.
Yeah,
a spear like flings out for somehow
summons the powers of Hawkeye.
Yeah,
and
like
launches this motherfucking thing
and gets them both tied together on a tree.
Yeah, and I mean, is it just me or did it seem like that spear was flying through the air way too long to travel 9 to 14 feet?
That tree's right next to the freaking. It's so weird. And the one kid did get on his dirt bike, and you think, oh man, he's gonna get help. But no, the creature flew and.
Yeah, I never once thought he was gonna get away. Like,
they try to give you that hope. You know he's not, but.
I wouldn't say that there was a moment during this film that I felt any sort of hope.
You know, I to go back to the whole shitty release thing, and I gotta say this, which I don't know the details of it, but I feel like the movie had such a bad presence and did so badly, and maybe why the original script got scrapped, because of the director being a former, like he's a child molester or whatever. He had a case from the 80s or molestation.
Really?
Yeah.
And what, he got taken off of the film?
He still directed it, but like that was like, if you look it up, that is one of people's biggest problems with the movie. So I feel like that probably had something to do with production. That probably carried all the way through the film. Even though I'm pretty sure he did the first two also. I don't know.
I could tell you, I don't know much about these films, man.
Either way,
so.
That all goes down. I thought at that moment the brother was dead because they don't really cut back to it. The timeline of this freaking movie, because the creature kills the guy stuck to.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I got you. The guy that got shot through the leg.
Yeah, he's still back at the truck.
Right.
You know, he kills everybody else. Why the fuck is he saving this guy? But
we didn't even discuss that he's, like, in the back of the truck yet.
I know, that's what I'm saying. At this moment, I thought he was dead.
Right.
And the timeline is so jumbled because now all of a sudden they're showing up to this farmhouse. The farm girl and the lover boy of hers are showing up to this farmhouse, and it looks deserted, and there's people on their trucks, and it's being attacked by the creature. So it's like, when do these events happen? Are they happening one before the other at this simultaneously?
I'm trying to just recall the scene. Who's being attacked by the creature right now?
At this, when the boy and the girl are delivering that hay to that farmhouse, and they get there, and there's like nobody around.
Right, okay.
Yeah. This was like right after that scene with the truck. So it's like, did the creature just instantly leave and go there?
Or was it a time jump? Like, that's what I'm talking about with this movie being so jumbled up. Like, I feel like they just jumped to, like, hours in the future. After the
Well, I mean, we
brother
also
and stuff
see...
got...
Yeah, it's just so messed up. So you get the scene with the grandma then during that moment where she's picked up by the hand. She connects hand with the hand, and
that scene right there, I think, is what threw me off with the rest of the movie. That was the scene where I kept thinking back, like, but why?